O friends, I want to speak to you about a knowledge that stood confidently at the edge and still fell. There is a kind of knowing that gathers facts, builds arguments, and prepares explanations. Yet when the moment of testing arrives, it offers no rescue. It watches life collapse and remains eloquent but useless. This is not because knowledge is false, but because it was never meant to save by itself. Knowledge that does not transform the one who carries it becomes a witness, not a guide. I have seen people face loss armed with understanding and still be undone. They could explain why suffering exists, trace its causes, and quote its lessons. Yet when pain entered their own house, explanation did not shield them. The knowledge remained intact, but the heart was exposed. This is the shock many experience. They thought knowing would protect them. They believed clarity would prevent collapse. But life does not ask what you know. It asks who you have become. O seekers, knowledge does not save, because salvation is not an idea. It is a condition of being. You cannot think your way out of fear when fear grips the body. You cannot analyze grief until it loosens its hold. In such moments, knowledge stands nearby like a map during a storm, accurate, useful later, but unable to stop the wind. What saves is not information, but presence shaped by experience. I learned this when my own certainties failed me. I had answers ready, teachings memorized, insights arranged neatly. But when I was stripped of what I loved, none of it could hold me upright. I did not need more explanation. I needed ground. And ground is not given by knowledge alone. It is built slowly, through lived practice, through patience exercised, humility accepted, trust tested, and chosen again. O friends, there is a quiet arrogance in assuming that knowing equals safety. It suggests that those who suffer simply lack understanding. This belief distances you from others and from your own vulnerability. Knowledge then becomes armor, and armor, while protective, also prevents touch. When life demands intimacy, armor fails. It cannot bend. It cracks. O seekers, do not confuse preparation with immunity. Knowledge prepares you to recognize what is happening. It does not prevent what must happen. Wisdom prepares you to move within it. The difference is subtle but decisive. One informs the mind, the other steadies the heart. Knowledge alone can tell you what drowning is. Wisdom teaches you how to swim. I do not say this to diminish learning. Learning is essential, but it must be completed by embodiment. Knowledge that remains abstract stands aside during a crisis. Knowledge that has been lived steps forward instinctively. It does not quote itself. It acts. It breathes. It responds without consulting memory. This kind of knowing is not impressive, but it endures. O beloved ones, notice how often people cling to explanation after being hurt. They dissect the event, replay it, analyze motives. This feels like control. But healing does not begin there. Healing begins when you allow what happened to pass through you, instead of being trapped inside thought. Knowledge can describe the wound. Presence allows it to close. There is a moment on this path when you realize that knowledge cannot carry you any further. This realization feels like loss, even betrayal. You ask, why did I learn all this if it cannot save me? The answer is simple and difficult. You learned so you would know when to let go of learning. You learned so you could recognize the limits of thought and step beyond them consciously. Oh friends, salvation is not found in what you know, but in what you can live when knowing fails. It appears in how you stand when certainty collapses, how you remain open when explanation ends. Knowledge points, wisdom moves, and only movement carries you through. If you wish to walk this path honestly, let knowledge do its work and then release it. Do not expect it to rescue you. Expect it to prepare you for the moment when rescue must come from a deeper place. When knowledge fails to save, something quieter steps forward. And in that quiet, you discover that what carries you was never information, but a heart trained to stay present when everything familiar disappears. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next episodes.